Hey everyone and welcome. I'm from WeblineIndia, and today we are going to unpack something huge happening in the world of finance. We're talking about how asset management firms are making massive cuts to their costs, and we're going to show you how we help make that a reality.
So let's jump right in. The big question on everyone's mind is this: why are firms spending so much on manual operations? There's this huge, kind of hidden overhead that's been quietly eating away at profits for years. It's time we dragged it out into the open.
40%. Just look at that number. That's not a guess or some future projection. That is the real amount that firms can slash from their operational costs right now. And in this explainer, we're going to show you exactly how.
So, where does a 40% leak even come from? Well, it's not one single faulty pipe. It really boils down to three specific areas where old-school manual processes are just constantly draining away money and resources.
Okay, leak number one. This is the big one. It's the true cost of human intermediation. And what does that mean? Well, it's about relying on your most valuable and most expensive asset, your people, for work that is frankly beneath their skill level.
What's so wild is how these costs just pile on top of each other. You see, it's not just about paying a highly skilled analyst's salary to do basic data entry. It's about the costly errors that always creep in, and more importantly, it's about the high-value market analysis they could be doing instead.
And those errors, they are incredibly expensive. You're looking at an inherent error rate of 2 to 5% for any manual data entry. Now, to put that into perspective, fixing just one single trade break can cost 10 times more than executing the trade in the first place. That adds up fast.
The second leak is something we call the data fragmentation tax. This is what happens when all your critical information is trapped in different systems that don't talk to each other. It's kind of like trying to assemble a puzzle when all the pieces are locked in different boxes.
So you have someone manually copying and pasting data between systems, which obviously creates delays. By the time a report gets put together, the data's old news. The market's already moved on. This data stale dating makes your info way less valuable and pretty much impossible to act on in real time.
And finally, our third major leak, the constantly growing cost of manual compliance. I mean, with today's complex regulations, trying to keep up by hand is like trying to bail out a sinking ship with a teaspoon. It's not just slow, it is incredibly risky.
Think about it. It's not just about pulling your team off their real jobs for weeks to get ready for an audit. A single slip-up in an AML check could lead to fines that are, well, catastrophic. But maybe the worst part is that it puts a hard ceiling on your firm's ability to grow.
Okay, so we've seen the problems. How do we plug these leaks? The answer isn't about telling people to work harder. It's about working smarter. It's about completely re-architecting how information flows through your firm using smart, strategic automation.
And to get that 40% saving, you don't have to boil the ocean. We focus on the 5 areas that give you the biggest and fastest return on your investment. These are the heavy hitters.
Let's just take trade reconciliation as a perfect example. Manually, teams can spend up to 4 hours every single morning just matching logs. With an automated workflow, that whole process takes just a few minutes. I mean, the difference is just night and day.
For trade reconciliation alone, we're talking about an 80 to 90% reduction in the human workload. This completely frees up your expert team to stop chasing down routine entries and to focus only on the tricky exceptions that actually need their brainpower.
So what's the secret sauce here? What's the technology that's actually driving this massive shift? Well, it's not about simple scripts anymore. It's about secure orchestration and integrated AI that can actually reason, learn, and adapt.
At WeblineIndia, we really see n8n as the gold standard for this. And why is that? Well, because it's basically built to solve the biggest headaches in finance: security, complexity, and cost. You can self-host it, so your sensitive data never leaves your servers, and its pricing is fair. It doesn't punish you for being successful and scaling up. And now, we're taking it to a whole new level. It's not just about moving data from point A to point B anymore. With something called Agentic AI, we're actually moving intelligence. We're building systems that can read an earnings report, understand a legal contract, and then act on that information, just like a person would.
Now this brings us to the most important question of all. Who can actually help you do this? Because having the right tech is only half the story. The right partner to help you implement it is absolutely key to making it all work.
And this is exactly where we come in. At WeblineIndia, building these kinds of custom solutions is what we do. We combine our deep expertise in NN and agentic AI with a real, ground-level understanding of financial operations to deliver results you can actually measure. So, the path to a 40% reduction in your operational costs isn't some fantasy for the future. The technology, the strategy, the expertise, it's all here, today, ready to go.
If you want to learn more about how we can design and build a custom automation solution that fits your firm's specific needs, please come visit us at our website.
Or, hey, if you'd rather just talk to a person, send us an email directly. The address is info@WeblineIndia.com, and you can start a one-on-one conversation with one of our automation consultants.
And of course, make sure to follow us on our social channels and hit that subscribe button right here. That way you won't miss out on more expert insights and explainers just like this one.
Thanks so much for your time today. I really hope you found this useful. If you did, do us a favor and give it a like, share it with a colleague who might need to see it, and let us know what you think in the comments below. We'll see you in the next one.